Hello again, and welcome back to Mental Health and Me. I'm Finley, and in the last video I spoke about anxiety and how it affects myself and other people. This time I'm going to talk about OCD and how it affected myself, how it all come about really. So I was seeing a psychiatrist and his advice, which looking back, I mean, I don't know why I listened, but obviously someone, a professional tells you take it on board. But his advice was to basically come off all medication that I was on at the time, go cold turkey and start a new medication called risperidone. So that's what I did, and I don't know whether it was the new tablet had the effect fully on me, or it was the more likely outcome anyway was the cutting everything off in one go. And I had like what's known as a paradoxical reaction. So everything that it was supposed to help, it took to a new level, it heightened it, so the anxiety went through the roof. I started to suffer with paranoia very badly. I was petrified that I was going to sleepwalk and seriously, harm my mum. I was paranoid that I was going to be arrested. I thought that people were going to be spying on me. I made sure that the door was locked in a certain way, so people couldn't get in. I can remember not sleeping, well, for many times, but not sleeping and coming down and thinking, right, if I touch the wall 100 times, I'll be okay. So I touched the wall 100 times, and it just totally blew me off track, basically, with my mental health, as you can imagine. And then from then I had intrusive thoughts start, really, regards things that were just didn't make sense, were irrelevant, but to me they were real, they were happening, they were now. I was just overcome with it all, and these thoughts just started to come, but at the time I didn't realise what it was. So I was battling these thoughts, thinking, right, I need to do this, do that, whatever these thoughts, get over them. And what I've since learned is through some great self-help online, learning about it, these intrusive thoughts, is the thought isn't an obsession. Your thoughts is a compulsion. So although you think it's an obsession and you think that seeing these thoughts through and battling them is good, it's not. It's hammering this home, this OCD, it's hammering, it's giving it plenty of roots to grow within. I mean, this period took place about 4 years ago now, and I spent probably the first 2.5 years hammering home these roots, watering them and feeding them without realising it. I thought I was doing the right thing, and I wasn't. I was making it 10 times harder for myself. obviously not on purpose, but you know, I've learned. And OCD has got to be the most mentally exhausting, physically exhausting. The pains I used to feel in my neck, my shoulders, my head, chest, my stomach, it was just horrendous. I mean, obviously, you know, I still suffer with it, but I've got so many tools now, which I'll touch upon, that help myself massively with it. But yeah, people think OCD is liking things done nicely. Maybe somebody likes their pillows puffed in a certain way, or, you know, little things. But genuine OCD is when it affects your life. If you don't do something, if you don't think a certain way, dress a certain way, clean a certain way, you name it, then it takes over your life. And I mean, you know, without trying to sound dramatic, I don't know how I seen it through the first couple of months, you know, and obviously I'm glad I did, but it was hard. It was really, really hard. The only time my thoughts were quiet were when I was asleep, and even then my dreams were horrendous, absolute horrendous. But what I've learned, the biggest factor in OCD with the thoughts, if you suffer with the thoughts strongly, let them be, don't fight them, just let them be. You know, I'm not pushing meditation and mindfulness, but believe me, it helps massively. It really does, you know. Just, if you have a horrible thought, something that, you know, really affects you, plays on your mind, just see it come into your mind and just let it go. Don't react to it. You know, the best thing I read online was this, I can't remember the exact websites, but they said, you know, if you was doing a maths sum and I suddenly told you to not do the maths sum, you'd just stop. And I know it, to myself, I thought, well, that sounds easier said than done. And it takes practice and practice and practice. But every time the thought comes, don't see it as a negative. Think, I can practice my mindfulness. I can practice not reacting. You know, I know it sounds daft, but I got to a point where I was thinking, come on, I want this thought to come because I want to practice. It's counter-intuitive really to it all, but yeah, it's mindfulness, being aware of the thought, but not reacting to it. That is key for myself. I don't want to preach perfect advice because I'm not qualified. You know, I'm just somebody that's gone through it, going through it, and still learning myself. But just let whatever the OCD wants to do. I mean, first and foremost, remember that the OCD thinks it's helping you. It thinks that it's protecting you from something. It thinks that whatever it's saying to you is keeping you aware of, like, a foreseen danger. You know, it's protecting you from, you know, dinosaurs. It's prehistoric mindset. it's just there to sort of, like, you know, keep you safe. It thinks that. So in a way, you know, it's trying to protect you, but it's life changing, and I understand it, and a lot of people out there will understand it with you, you know, no matter what your thoughts are, no matter whether it's, you know, the darkest of dark thoughts, speak to people, because there will be people there that can help you, you know. There's some fantastic self-help stuff, but again, with the self-help, with OCD, you gotta watch that it doesn't become an obsession. When I first started it, I was constantly checking I was doing it right, and then checking again to make sure that what I thought was right, just and read right, was right. It was ridiculous, but that's what it was. So just accept the thought. Don't fight the thoughts. Don't fight the compulsion. Just let it be. If it's telling you to do something in a certain way or think something, don't fight it. Don't get angry, upset. Just let it come. Let it go. Think of it as, you know, like I say, you're doing a Sudoku and you haven't got a clue what you're up to. Somebody says, right, stop that. You're not going to carry on. You're going to stop. Same with this. Try it, but make sure you get help from professionals as well. Really important, as I say, in everything, in every video, speak to people. But thank you for watching, and I hope somebody out there gets a little bit of, not reassurance, because again that's a wrong thing for OCD, but just a little bit of peace from it, from seeing these videos. So thank you for watching. Take care.